Collins said healthy for Fed officials to share a range of views. Concerns about labor market fragility have increased. Households still worried about inflation pressures. That from Fed Susan Collins, Boston Fed president. CRWV core weave hitting $137 at the highs, up about $14.50 on that deal with Meta. That's Charlie Romeo Whiskey Victor, CRWV. Fed's Collins said AI is a general purpose technology with potential broad based impacts.
Hey, good morning, everybody. We're still gearing up here in the studio. Just took a quick trade on that core weave. Realize I don't have these little lights on here. Let's get these going. There we go. So again, good morning. So that was a quick $43 trade. I just popped on here from being downstairs on Lightspeed, and this was coming across the wire on Benzinga. I have a link if you want to get Benzinga. It's great to get that wire news. We'll look at this to maybe do another trade. I don't really like to do pre-market, but maybe for a pullback here. See if it's going to stay. Yeah, that would have been the spot, huh? I got it right there. See if it dips down below 137 again. I don't think that's going to happen. I'll try to get it in right there. Got it at 18. So let's hope I don't lose the 43. Still thinking it's going to have an upward move. I don't think people are taking their profits yet, so I'll try to get another quick trade here. I'll take that if I can get it at 44 cents. I tried. Might dip back down there. Too bad, huh? I had that trade. Canceling that. I'd have to sell the bid to automatically get out, but I'm at 18, so yeah, that's too bad. That was a good $20 trade that it didn't pick me up. It was right at my level, but it didn't pick me up. So to make sure I get out, as long as I'm above the bid here, that was a big hit. Wow, look at that, huh? Jeez. See, that's the danger with trading pre-market. I had a good number, and now it's like way down here. So now I've got a loss from a win to a loss, just like that. Back to green for the day. Not on this trade. So we'll hold it a bit longer to see if we get a recovery here. I'll probably sell the bid if I get a chance up there to get out. Thinking this is going to be one to watch this morning. I just don't want to get in a bad position before the market even opens. I held it into that. Could have just stayed green, but it's pretty acting pretty sporadic here, so I'm hoping it's going to pop here and not pop the other way. I'm hoping it's going to go up. It just seemed like it was about to do a big move up. A lot of people are going to get the news. The market's about to open, so do I hold this into the open? Tempting, but I don't know. There could be a lot of profit taking. It'd be better to try to catch a dip, I think. But we're going to trade this in. I think this is one I'm going to trade at the open and go long biased for it and try to make some quick money on the open. But I don't highly recommend that. Remember, I'm not a licensed financial advisor, guys, so you should seek the advice of someone licensed before you try anything that I'm showing here. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's not the MACD sending it back down. So there's some profit taking here early before the market opens. I'd rather kind of get out and then re-enter in case it does a huge dip. I'd like to catch the dip, right? So I'm going to try to get out of this again and be green for the day and just kind of count my blessings. I had like a $70 up, but it didn't pick me up. Didn't pick up the trade if you were watching. But this seems to be, though, it's got a catalyst. So now this is just an opening type of trade. I don't have it. I keep getting asked to set this up for day trading volume 4, the trading the open. I haven't really done that yet. I'm sure I'm going to do that at some point here. But right now I'm just looking at this and getting worried about carrying this into the open right now. Just a little worried about carrying this into the open. There's a 2.5 minutes. If this doesn't recover soon, I'm gonna you can see here 54. Oh, darn, look at that. That was a big drop. I could have got out for 11 down. Yeah, so this is not what I want to see just before the opening here. So, oh boy, I want to get out of this move here. That's a lot of shares to ride down $4. Just another second of watching this before I take a hit. I'm going to take a hit here. Yeah, I'm just going to take a hit. So I'm 36 down. Let me get this over to where I can go on the day. It's always sad when you see you had a nice green trade and then you overstay your welcome. Again, it came down to that not picking up, which comes down to trading think or swim. When the market's not open, it's just not a good platform for it. But welcome if you're here with me. I had a winning trade and it ended up being a losing trade, and always annoying. But I'm going to look at this to do what I recommend you don't do. And I could set go in at the fib level here, but I think what I'm going to try to do is catch. I did change that today, right? Yep. I'm going to try to catch a dip and get in. So, you know, I would definitely get in back down at this level, because this is when the news took off. Well, all the way down at 123 actually is when it took off. So there's going to be quite a bit of profit taking here, I think. And then I think it's going to go. It's going to go for a ways. You can't tell for sure. I think overall, I'll go over the news in a minute. I mean, overall, because of the government shutdown, I think that the market's going to, that would have been my winning trade right there. Here we go, 10 seconds. Just going to wait a minute so I don't get really burnt here, just in case. A whole and half dollars opened up. 34. All right, I'm going to try it. It picked me up. 21. I was way down to 34.21, and it didn't pick me up. So getting out. Still profit taking going on here. Try again. That should pick me up. Okay. So now, danger zone, right? 100 shares. Danger zone here. We hope it's going to come up off this VWAP and give us a big, big green trade. Actually got in on the first candle. This could be hundreds of dollars before I get what I want, and I'm okay with that. This is the risk you take. Let's hope this fib level flips it around there. We're right here at that fib level on the 5-minute, but no, it's hitting me more. It's a pretty cheap stock for what we've been trading. I think it's going to take off here. Well, that's news with Meta. $14 billion deal. Yeah, here we go. Let me get out some of those shares. All right, so now I'm out 50 shares. I profited some of that. Hold it with 50 shares as it goes. That's enough for me, 210. I'm happy with that to start. Now we'll look into more of a consolidated type of area. So we made our goal. Charlie did not go into the open. She is refusing, and that is very smart of her. She did her calcs and realized how much more money she'd have if she didn't trade the open with me. It's my little adrenaline rush, right, is to trade the open. So sometimes you get this, and, you know, what I should do now is just walk away and look at something else. And then, you know, because then you're not going to lose that kind of money with the strategy that we're trading. You're not going to lose that kind of money. So I'm going to stay green for the day if I just hold my water, calm down, and go like, you know, on this strategy. But you see this going on, and it's like, FOMO. So the other way we trade this is we wait for it to consolidate. I'm very tempted to buy a dip down here, though. So let's see if we can dip down. I said I should walk away. I didn't say I was going to walk away. Oh, that was the dip. That was the dip. Wow, huh? This puppy's going.
MNDR popping to the highs. Mobile Health Network.
All right, I'm going to try it again. I'm in again.
Trading on a 1-for-5 reverse stuck.
Just 50 shares, so yeah. So I'm going to hold this into a bigger move.
Correction on that.
Since I have a big cushion, you know, we'll play for a bigger move here.
Company announcing
went all the way up to 39.45 a second ago. So just got to wait for it to go right back up there again. Here it goes. This time I will profit up there. I won't hold it. If it goes up to, so it went up to, that was 39.45. So it balked at 139 even. It balked. It's really got some nice volume. It's over 1 million in volume, which is like serious. So we'll try to get out. So now we got 254. We'll try to climb up with it rather than take the chance. So let's see if we can get another dip down here. Below 139, I'd like to wait for a bigger dip. So we are in the stratosphere at this point. There's the zero fib. How much is this news going to move this stock today? And then when can you take profit as it goes back down? Because it will go back down somewhat. See if we can get it below 139 or at least at 139. I mean, we're kind of in a, yeah, wow, we're not going to be able to get a dip. for this low share size, I should just be very, very happy. And you know, if this happened with you guys, you should just take your money and turn on a movie. Went down to 05. Almost hit that fib, but nope. See, that would have been a great spot to pick up the dip, but it looked like it was going to go further, so I held. I don't have any, obviously we don't have any indicators to help us here, so. This is just putting money on a roulette wheel right now. You're playing long buy, so you got a little bit of buy the dip, get out, buy the dip, get out. You know, that's what you got. If it dips too far, get out, take a hit. 141, man, huh? Look at it go. We really need a dip, guys, to just chase. The second I chase this thing, it's gonna hurt me. Man. Okay, I'll try it at the 141.
Shares of Robinhood popping here, up 2.6%, 140.42 now. HOOD.
Still going. Let's see if we can get this to 300 before I get out. We're going for 300 before I get out. Let's see what we got here. There it is. There we go, 302. Nice, huh? So those of you that drop 500 shares on this are just saying what a great day it is. You know, there's a lot of people on this stock. I was almost 2 million volume, right? So this isn't stopping for a while, right? Jeez. At some point, you're going to get this huge retracement, and that's what you don't want to get stuck in and then burn your profits away, right? I'll try that. I'm hoping that's not the beginning of the huge retracement and just a bigger dip. But I'll get ready to get out fast if it seems to. I'm not going to add to it. I'm just going to get out and then recalibrate for a better move up. So, yeah, if it goes all the way back. So we're looking for 142 would be good. Let's try to hold this up into 142. That's what I'm going to look for, 142 on the ask. It's not a lot to ask for. It was already at 141.97. Let's let it take a breath here. It's taking too long. It's scaring me. Yeah, it's fading off. Another red candle. There it goes. This one really needs to break up. There we go. Look at the magnet pull up. Did you see that? Wow. That's going to pull up the... Oh, no, not good. Oh, no. Okay. So getting ready to get out of this move here. Yeah, I'm going to get out. So I broke down off the 300, but I didn't want to get any lower there. So this could be the beginning of a bigger move down. So, yeah, there it goes. So now the question is, do you want to try to buy this dip off a fib maybe? There's 139. Or is it just going to keep going down quite a ways? A lot of profit taking. So I got out, kept it at 271. Victory. Victory. You saw I lowered my share size once I got into the profit. It's like, keep the money. Yeah, this isn't enough to make me turn around. So magnet's right down here with it. It dropped, its volume dropped down by over 1 million as it went down. So the move down wasn't as strong as the move up, as you can see. But as the market opens, you know, we're 9 minutes into the open session. So it's a whole new set of players right now. All these gray lines, if you don't know, are the even and half dollars that are, you know, a lot of where the crowd takes orders. There's a lot of people whispering in other people's ears, getting on the phone saying, get in, get out of this move right now. This is like the big move of the day right now, except for penny stocks. So it is at the top of the volume. I'm not opposed to going in market if it starts to race up here. Well, I'm just not going to call it. I'm going to hold on to what I have here. I don't like it. So now it's almost like we need to wait for the consolidation. So we're 10 minutes in. There it goes. That's the second green candle back up now. 5 minutes turned green as well. Well, it was green for a second. Can we get a dip back down to 139? I'll try it. I'll give it, yeah. Let me give it a shot down there at 02. Let's see if I can get another. I just don't want to have a thousand little cuts and lose this money. Yeah, the fact that it just didn't go straight back up is, we're kind of like, I don't know what we got here. I tried to take a small profit there. Okay, so I got closer to 300 on that. Yeah, so this is really, we need to wait a sec. You could just ride it long, you know. I'm just not convinced it's going to go up. So let's take a look at the news while this is on, distracting us. It's starting to consolidate, which is good, to see if we can get some channels. It's really got a big channel right now, a dollar channel, going back down again. So I'm glad I got out of that move. So obviously the looming shutdown is big news, and we kind of expect the overall market to go down because of that today. But, you know, there's no telling. Right now you've got Nvidia is like even money from the open. Hood is up $6 from the open. Wow. Just picked up on Hood. Let's take a look at that. Look at that. So what's the deal on Hood? Oh, they adjust the target from to 68 from 64. What does that mean? Just price target on Robinhood Market. It doesn't even make sense. Rothschild. Oh my God. I remember years ago working with one of the owners of that whole thing. Brings back memories, Rothschild. Let's take a look here. Non-tradable at this point. It's just chasing a rocket. I don't see big news here, so I'm just... Oh, here we go. This is different. Price target from 145 to 140. So, well, it's almost up to its price target. So that's a bad sign, because it's usually going to drop off of its target. So it's better to short this if you're going to trade this. Let me move on. So CoreWeave still at 139 on my scanner over here. The big boys. Tesla is down $3 since the open. Amazon is down $3 since the open. This is more like what I expect. Palantir is up $2. AMD is down from the open. Apple is even. Let me look at the one we traded yesterday. IRIN is even. I'm looking on multiple scanners. I've got the new PDT scanner that I made available on yesterday's video. So if you didn't watch yesterday's video, you should do it, because you're getting a free free scanner and a free script that's never been out yet. You guys that follow me, you can get that free script. So it'd be great if you watch it for a bit, the video, because obviously the watch time helps the channel. Just leave it in the background running as you pick up your free script, and keep it going, because if you didn't know that or not, that actually helps the algorithm for the channel to get more people over here. So when you get the free stuff, at the very least, supporting the views would be great. Comments would be great. Just saying thank you even. It picks up on that stuff. You know, I didn't know. I'm learning this stuff. I'm not a big YouTube guy, but so... Yeah, it's gonna break. It might get up to its target, I guess, which is 145 on the news. Just trying to see this. I was just reading all those, looking at the scanner. Let me read the rest of the news. So, the PDT thing's still going on. It hasn't been. They're calling it a rumor, which is weird, because it's not a rumor. the board said, let's do it. So I think that's going to be happening soon. SPY is bearish. QQQ bearish. TQQQ amplified downside. And then the SQQ, of course, would be amplified bullish. Nvidia neutral, Tesla neutral, Apple neutral, Palantir neutral. So in a bull market, that's the same thing as saying it's going down. AMD bearish, Oracle, it's saying both neutral really. Hood, it says neutral, but apparently that was before the news came out. Alibaba is bullish. Coinbase is bullish. Take a look at that in a minute too. Is Coin hitting the scanners? No, it's not hitting the scanners for some reason. Coin is not. No, interesting. Must have low volume. Yeah, I don't see anything stopping the shutdown at this point. So that's why I would play the whole market kind of bearish. They say that the market's built in for that kind of stuff, but that's a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of people. And then you're not seeing the jobs report, and that leaves people a little squeamish, a little frightened about what's really going on. It's, if nothing, at the very least, it's a lack of confidence, of doing any big moves up, For most people, I'm just speaking my opinion, obviously. Everything I say is just my opinion. My opinion. Kind of stupid when people say, this is just my opinion. It's just like, unless you're reading someone's opinion, it's all your opinion. I mean, I'm guilty of saying that too. Makes no sense. Well, this could become our possibility, or Hood, because it has a lot of action, and with that news, you could play it long bias. The problem is it's already almost up to the target, which usually means a bit of a sell-off, for anywhere from $5 to $10 off of its target. And then how much weight is given to that, Needham. Let's go back to CoreWeave and just see. Oh, it went up. It started going back up. Okay, so we're not up to its highs, but this might be a really fun one to nail down into some very low share size. I would do it, but I like the fact that I already have a cushion, so I can just watch to make sure I don't break off our goal today, which is only 150, so we passed the goal. Well, most people haven't, because most people didn't take the crazy trade that I took. That ended up being, for once, what is that, 1 out of 10? Jeez. This is the script that's offered for free on that video right now, so you should go get it. It's only going to be up for 48 hours. So it has the last 5 candlesticks and their total range, because I found that I was always looking at range when I was doing the strike and recoil strategy. And then it has the average of that range, which on this stock you can see it's really high. And then it tells you if you're going long, what your target should be. If you're going short, what your target be. And then I always wanted to see the spread. So these are the things that when I'm doing the strike and recoil strategy, information that I wanted like at every trade. So I decided to just make a script. And I think this strategy that I'm trading is catching on. I mean, it's not like revolutionary. I just put a different name on trading large cap on level 2. That's all. But if you'd like to say that it's the professor and he has designed the entire stock market that I can't even say, and how I'm the man and the best trader in the world, I will not stop you. These are the announcers in my head that I've had since I was a kid when I was out swinging a baseball bat. He's hit another home run. Oh, my God. He's amazing. Look at him go. Nobody's hit 300 home runs in a season. It's impossible. Well, he has. I saw a kid in my neighborhood out doing that same kind of thing with a hockey stick, and he had his little, whole thing set up on the street. He's all alone. And I saw his lips moving, and I knew exactly what he was doing. He was the internal voices cheering him on, and he barely saw me go by as I was out hiking, and he was just like, didn't even focus on me, you know. And I was just like, oh, dude, you're having the best time in your world right there. You're the best hockey player in the world. Reminded me that I used to do that same thing. I think most dudes anyway do that for sports. Okay, so we are now 20 minutes in. We are now definitely legitly able to trade this. So let's as far as the consolidation strategy here. So it looks like it's got a pretty hard stop at a 141 on this, and then right around the fib or below it at a 138.50. So that's a $2.50 channel, too big. That we don't really want to do that. We have no historical data. Let me just double check to make sure we're not on some historical data here. No. So we're up in the stratosphere. If it came down in here, 38, here's a spot. If it drops, so let's go ahead and mark that. That's like a triple tap right there. Actually, it hit it here. Well, that's pre-market, but let's go ahead and try to smooth it across right there. And then this, so wherever it abruptly turned around might be something to watch. If it goes all the way down here, I mean, I don't know if it will do that. While I'm here, I might as well go ahead and mark more. So did that pick it up right there? That picked that up. That little spike there. Yeah, that respected that over here again too. Interesting. And that's kind of over here too. So yeah, that's about it. And I don't think we're going to get down to that. Oh, as I go away, it gets down to that level. Look at that. Hit the VWAP. That's a more pertinent level right there. So this is interesting to go long with, unless it's just going to fade. I don't like that it just made that move. I want the channels here for us. But I do think this has got the volume that might really afford us some trades here. I would keep the share size low if you're going to attempt this, because it has the potential to make dollar moves in a split second like Tesla. But we do have a bias on this. Tesla's is down $3, and it's very hard to call biased on Tesla because it's like in its own market, kind of. I would make this a long bias, but you know, I'd be more inclined if it went down a ways. I'd call it more long bias, but I don't know. It's banging off the VWAP again. Yeah, 137.60-ish, 65-ish. Now, okay, so it hit the 50. This is a breakdown. This is non-tradable right now unless you just, again, roll the dice, you know. We don't have a channel here, so this, unfortunately, it got out of it. Now, Nvidia is slowly climbing up. Let's take a look at that. Really surprised this is going up today, that anything is really going up that doesn't have a big news catalyst. So I do not have fibs on this marked. I do not have anything marked on this. Okay. Well, if I'm going to think about trading this, oh, I do have them marked. Okay. There's 180. Okay, so that's still pertinent. This isn't, though. Let me get this marked here. I'll smooth that down a little lower. So because it spiked right there, so that's a lot of, well, really, let me get this zoomed in here. I would say right there is about the smoothing of all those levels. Kind of made a flat top right there. So that's kind of exactly where it stopped. Other than that, we don't have a lot we have some very, very current historical data in this area here. Wow, it respected it. Look at that. You know, so we do have a bit of a channel right there. $1.50, no, $2 channel right there. So let's do the 2-day and see if that helps us at all on this, to try to trade this with a consolidating strategy here. The last day of the month. Let's make it a good day. Hope everybody, if they're trading already, is doing good. Close enough. We'll make that pink, purplish, chartreuse-ish, whatever you want to call it. It's the even dollar. We'll leave it there. Yeah, that definitely helps. See that fib right there? Let's take a look at this for possible trades. We can go higher share size, I think. You've got almost 1 million in volume here. Let me take a look at this level 2. This might be where we zoom in on because the others, what's CoreWeave doing? Yeah, so CoreWeave's dropped down to 137. Hood is dropped. It went to 139. It's back to 140. I'm looking on the scanner. It's still the second leading volume, which is interesting. No, it's the third. CoreWeave, Nvidia, Hood, and then Amazon. Like, what's up with that? Tesla? It's Tesla. Amazon's on the lower price range there. Okay. All right, so Tesla's still a possibility to go back to. That's like my fail-safe to always make money at the end of the day. I have really good luck scalping Tesla. So we covered the news. Now I'm still having a glitch trying to trade on another YouTube channel, but if you don't see me here, you should definitely check the $1 Million Margin Club's YouTube channel. That would be where I might be. I'm still trying to agree on what they want me to do. Because obviously if I go over there, the purpose is to bring attention to the channel. And I'm happy to do that. I kind of separated way back when the very first logbook that I helped publish, I stepped away from, it became more of a publishing company and an LLC and all that stuff. And I didn't really want to get involved. I don't have the time. I used to own a publishing company years and years ago where I published hotel directories for hotels all around the world. It's very, very successful. Sold it. It's a different kind of publishing, obviously. Yeah, I didn't want to get back into that. But anyway, that's where I might go. We're just talking about it because I do believe in what they're doing and the products that they have. I just want to be careful too with my, who I am and whom I'm branding, even though they're like somebody I really believe in. Just what is the flavor that's going to be? But if you don't see me here, you'll see me over there for at least a period of time, and then near the end of next month, I am going to be in Europe for quite a while. So you might not see me. You might not see any videos at all. So don't abandon me. I will be back, but and I'm not going to trade over there. So I'm doing other stuff and other businesses and real estate, stuff like that. So it'll be weird. I'm not sure how I'm going to be able to cope without actually trading over there. So I'm waiting for this. I'm thinking about going short as it heads up here. Now, yesterday, if you watch the recap, it did make the money. I lost money in the Nvidia trade because I just finally sold out so I could just make the video and stop. Had I just waited, I came to my position and I would have at least broke even. And the short did eventually pay off, but I didn't want to carry it. So and I already had the money on the other stock. So, okay, so here we go. I cannot believe it. Here we go again. I'm going to short it again up here. So there's the 50-cent mark where it actually turned around. So I'm thinking if it gets up there, I should probably just go and short now. I'm really thinking it's about to break down here. Let's just see. 38, 36. This is barely moving. Level 2 is not doing what we like to see. I think I'm going to go ahead and take that trade, and it burst right when I took it. So I got it at 37. Wow. It knew. It knew.
Jolt's job opening 7.227 million. The estimate was 7.19 million for Jolt's job opening.
So hopefully you all went the opposite direction, because, I can seem to call it. So 184 would be a spot to to either add or just get the heck out. I'm looking at it. That is the fib level. Went to 888, spiked, made a evening star and or gravestone for now on the 1 minute. 5 minutes turning red. Looks like I might get a winning trade out of this after all, but boy, the position became bad almost the second I took the trade, because I was waiting for the 50 cents and I thought it wasn't going to make it, and I jumped in early. Or I already would have had a strike and recoil trade for a green trade if I hadn't done that. So yeah, not looking good. It looks like it's going to keep going up for me on a short. I mean, it probably will come down here. It's just that I don't want to get stuck not trading. I want to go up and down with it. So I'd rather take a loss and just reassess, frankly. Make it back pretty quick on the same strategy. Wow. Look what I'll do here. I will add to it if it hits up there near that 184, because I think it will come down and allow me to get out. I won't hold it for a long move, but I will. Let's just see. Really stalling there. It's going about 8 to 12 cents on level 2 swale. All right, I'm going for it. I'm up at 67 now, so it was just there moments ago. Wow. Should have just gone long. My God. There's the ATR and the other fib. And yeah, I don't know if I want to ride this into too much pain. Seriously, Nvidia, what are you doing? Why are you going up so high today? I do not. Is there like good news suddenly that I don't know about? I've got the news service here.
To accelerate global expansion and AI-enabled smart device
ecosystem. Oh, my God. Take a bad trade and get out, I think. I think that's what I have to do. Break off that 50 cent. That is the ATR for the RV strat. I got to get out. Well, that was a bad trade. So I'm still green for the day, but not much. Wow, huh? That's how fast it can go. So that's untradeable right now unless you just went long. It was sitting here consolidating, thinking I had a move, and I just didn't. It just all of a sudden burst when I got it. It seems to be happening to me lately. So now to get the money that I need today, that I just blew, think I'm only like $90 up. I've got to trade this correctly. Let's see. Core weave's right where it was. Nvidia, of course, is up $2 for the day. Hood is back up a bit. I'm just that's a new high, that's a new high. Like a really new high, like a high. That's a new space shuttle high, we used to call it. Let's see. Yeah. So it's never been that high. I just don't think I want to ride this short again. It seems like this would be the spot, but my position I sold like here below this ATR, so it's not even come back there to where I was. And do I go long off of a dip? I don't know. It's so far out of where it should be. Let me just take a look over here. This is like your, this is one I have set up specifically for, you know, if it was a large cap movers here, and all the news is on this. So that's affecting Nvidia. 907. There's a story right there. I don't see anything that's really making that move up. I was just double checking that. So I would have gotten my money back there on that dip, unfortunately, but I just didn't see it stopping. It's just like a shot in the dark which way to call this right now. I'm trying to look at any data I have. There's more and more data to go long here. You got that fib, you got the 9, you got some historical down here that was where it stopped a whole bunch of times. So that would be a level to try to take it long. That's at 83.64 if it got down that low. Seemed like it tapped it there for a split second. It also hit the 20. We're outside the magnet. 1.8 million definitely being traded strong today. This is quite a retracement to take a shot on a long. Really holding that 84. I'm about to go long, so you guys should think about going short. Really hold. MACD said don't. That was interesting. Nope, that was the 184 was the spot. I'm waiting to see if it breaks down before I'm giving it a more of a beat before I get in. Yeah, that would have already been a winning trade. I do see that I'm at 200 shares. I'm there on purpose, which is half of my share size that I might go in half position rather than a quarter of my position. So. Still green for the day, thanks to CoreWeave, but this didn't go well.
It's separating its biopharma business and operating as two public companies. That was after the close yesterday. That's ANAB shares now up about
15 minutes just says up.
ANAB.
Really want to bet it more of a breakdown. Love to see it break this down into this historical data. Getting another chance at the 84, barely. There it is. Just don't trust it still. Here we go. Can we get down to that historical data down there? Swelling up there as it taps down. It's more like it's going to go up is how it's looking. So there we go. That was 7. I'm getting ready to go in on a long here, guys, as it's breaking down. Big risk. I think I'll lower this to 100 shares. I'm going to go in. Got it at 83. So I'd like to see it break back 83 cents, break back over the 84. It's breaking down, not what I wanted to see. I'm not going to add to it if it keeps breaking down. I'm just going to get out. Yeah, I don't like the look of it at all. They're finally making money there. That was, I could have got a few bucks on market, maybe, if it didn't slip. Yeah, it's going down, not up. Nope. Nope. I'm just going to get out. So that hurt me even more. I'm out, and it's going down. Look at that go. Yeah. Annoying. Of course, my short position now is looking so sweet. Yeah, this should not be where it is. That's the whole thing. It should not be there. So I was wondering if that weird bias was going to continue, and it doesn't seem like it is. It seems like it's now, you know, cooler heads are prevailing and taking it. It should be ending up in the 70s today. There it goes. So I was at 83. So I'm back to where my position was here. I'm glad I lowered my share size for those shenanigans. Started out so good. Core Weave is building its way back up. I'm going to go take a look at that. Pissed off about Nvidia. Haven't been doing that well lately. Let's see how this is consolidating for us. Look, nice little pattern here. And what's its range? Its range is 74 cents. So that's, so you can see $74 with 100 shares. That's why I like to look at that pretty quickly. Kind of respects that 140 now. 140 down to the VWAP area here, which is 137.50. So we're still looking at a $2.50, larger channel, and then it's got a smaller channel off the fib, which is really 139 down to 138. So it's got kind of a dollar channel here, and then its fail safes are up over $2 if you caught it the wrong way. Let's take a look if we have some other indicator data that might help us trade this. Broke the fib there. Let me take a look at this 5-minute. Definitely pulled back into some consolidating area here. $15 kind of recovering off of a big drop. 15. Yeah, it looks like it's about to make a move to go further up to me. Like it's done sort of its, especially if it breaks this. If it makes a higher high here, which would be like 140, a quarter dollar. Looks like it's about to break it. That would be a confirmation that it's going to keep going. You're also very near its high, so smoothing it out around that level. Gonna break the 140. Yeah, there it goes. So it's definitely going up. So I think I'm gonna look for a dip and get in here anywhere near the 140 level now. If it happens to dip back down, that's what I'm gonna look for to get in to go long. Nope. Could have got it at 15 cents, maybe. Yeah, it's gone. It's taken off. Don't think I want to short this stock. Can we get a dip here? 35. 28. Just not. It's swirling 20 cents here, so these are easy strike and recoil victories just to get in and out and not ride it straight up. If we get the right, I'm going to try it there. So that's a 17 cents. Nope, took too long. I'm going to get out. Reassessing, yeah, 17 would have remained good for me, but I wanted to get a reassessment here. Looking closer for the 140 to buy. Keeping a close eye on this candle here. Nope, that was it. That was its pullback, huh? It held the 50 cent pretty firm there. It's still doing it. You see, there's the market maker up there. Yeah, it's just too big a move up to trade the consolidating strategy here. I needed it to pull back and then go up, but it's just going straight up now. So I'm kind of looking at the bigger picture here, just waiting for a possible retracement action here. Don't want to short this, guys. I mean, this could be 150 before the end of the day. It's like the second wave of interest is coming in. Although, look at the volumes, way less. It's not in the millions anymore. Here comes price action coming. The magnet should pull up. It's probably going to break a new high. 141.97, huh? That's a whole dollar up. Tempting. Looks like it's going to do it, especially if this keeps coming. Yeah, volume's picking up, see? It lit up. The alarm went off. There it goes. And this is going to pop up. Meaning most of the price action buyers and sellers are up here. A lot of people holding at that level once this pops. It's kind of like gives you a new floor to push it forward like a spring. The market magnet's a good indicator. It didn't go up yet, which is interesting. For over 500,000. So there's a lot of interest in riding this high right now. Look at it go, huh? Like you wait on your surfboard, that wave comes, you get on it, and then you're going to get a bunch of people taking profits. There's a little battle. It's going to break the 141. It broke it. So I'm going to try to get in on a dip there at 88. Okay. And for the breakup for a new high. I'll take a small win there and look for another dip. I like that it's going slow. We want it to go slow. Yeah, it's not dropping below 141 anymore, which is what it was doing a second ago. I'm looking at the bid over here and just looking for opportunities down over there. So that's a bit of a reversal sign, maybe. So let's see if that Rickshaw Man Doji makes this. If this candle turns red, then we may have a bit of a retracement here. So I'm going to wait a minute to see what happens here. So, or wait 45 seconds at this point. Yeah, so that's an actual reversal sign. So what we call that is a bear doji or a bear rickshaw man. So that's why I waited. Look at that. That's a big rejection. I'm going to take it near the 9 there. See if I got it. I got it at the 9 at 28. Boy, I thought I was going to get it at 14 cents, not 28. So that's a little worse than I thought. So the magnet's up here now, guys. So this should come back up. So I'm holding it. 100 shares. I'm going to hold into this. It's a much bigger drop than I thought was going to happen. You want to see it get right back up to where it was now. Big spring. It's 5 minutes just kind of doing its thing. You know, the volume didn't really increase much with that downward move, so resting at the 20, trying to break that 140 again. MACD says go down. Please don't send it down, MACD. Don't do that. Unfortunately, the arrow is pretty accurate, and that's not good to see. Just had such a good day going. And then between Nvidia and this hurting me now. I'm almost even instead of nice and pretty green. Again, now we have a rickshaw man on this end. Spread 13. See how the sellers lost faith here? That's why this scalp pro meter is really good to have. So their volume went down. They didn't even make it to the top. So now I'd like to see this volume increase as this goes up right here, but it doesn't look like it's doing it. There it goes. It's really increasing now, so that's a good sign. So now we can get back up there. Let's hold this into a little bit bigger move up here. It looked like it was, yeah, I think it's going to break this. This is going to turn blue, and we're going to get an alarm in a second here. All of a sudden slowed down right there. Interesting. It looked like we had a move for a minute there, and now it kind of slowed down. So it's not going to get a higher volume here. Okay, so that's not good. That doesn't mean it's not going up. It's just not going up with the massive speed that it looked like it was going to go up. Yeah, I'm going to take a smaller profit up here. I had $20 for a second. I'm going to go ahead and take that. It's going to probably keep going, but I was realizing that I wasn't doing the strategy. I was waiting for a bigger move. It's just like strike, recoil, strike, recoil. It kind of threw me off because it went down so far. But see what happens. So that could go right back down again. The fact that this volume wasn't breaking it was concerning me about it getting way back to where it was. But this is what we're looking for, so this is perfect. We just needed to continue to do this for a bit, and then we can get in and get out really quick, and get this to be a bit higher. So I'd love to be able to start shorting it up at the 141, this level. Feel confident with shorting it. But a few more pullbacks would be good. So it's not just going to take off to 150. Nvidia is continuing to go up. It's at 184.43. Wood is staying now right at its 140 level. Nvidia's taken over the volume. Palantir's up a couple bucks. Apple's like $1. The market's going up today. Freaking me out that we're going to have a government shutdown and the market's going up. It's the thing, you just can't depend on anything. I mean, the catalyst doesn't necessarily mean, or it gets delayed for a period of time, you know. So you play it just off of it by like 8 hours or 1 day or. That's why trading with a catalyst can be a godsend, and it could just be the worst thing you do. Of course, there's massive manipulation in the market too. They're making money off the retail traders, off the day traders. It's massive manipulation with algorithms, and they're seeing what's happening, and then huge dumps, alternative routing. This is only, the level 2 is really only showing you, I really think it's only like 30% now, honestly. They lowered it from 70 to 50, but I think we're going off this data, and that's why it's so dangerous if you're not doing just like straight momentum. Okay, this doesn't matter then, other than you're seeing a bunch up with share size. And then if you're doing regular day trading, the manipulation just can crush you, That's why this, looking for this sort of strike. Okay, so I like the fact that it keeps doing it. This is good. So it's holding the 140 briefly here. So again, I got up in here, but I would look to maybe go long at the 139.50. Let's see if it holds this 140 and gives us a real tight channel. That would be nice. Seems to be really holding the 140. Trading it long biased. Worried about shorts unless we're way at the high. And then even then, I'm worried about shorts. So it broke the 140. So 139.50. It did turn around down there. So it turned around. That's at 56. This is at 50 even. If it gives me a chance, there's a 20 moving average. But, you know, it was way down here. So it already came way down here after its big open all the way to 137. Trying to read the minds. I'm trying to see where the liquidity pools are is what I'm trying to see. That level there, it would be a definite long based on where traders are hanging around and waiting like sharks circling. Then you're looking at the even and half dollars for most of the traders trade along with that kind of a I don't know. I don't want to call it a simple trade strategy, but a lot of people just don't think it through and just say, that's a good spot. 140 even. That's what I'm looking for it to do, you know. So they might make money just fine, but we use them to see, you know, knowing a lot of trades are going to go in and go out at whole and half dollar, more at whole dollars than half dollars. You know, then we just use that information to try to benefit from it. Definitely okay to do 100 shares at this point, in my opinion. These are pretty low share size that we trade normally this month. But before it was moving $2-3 like in a split second. So I had dropped it to 50. Wow, real turnaround sign at the 140, guys. It's really getting us some consolidating action here to maybe make some good trades here. Still a little gun shy. That was a 25-cent trade. $25 right there that I didn't get. Let me smooth out a level there. 80 cent. That's intraday, not as respected for sure. Here it turned around. There's almost a tweezer move right there. Trying to tighten this up. These could be useless. I'm trying to see if we can tighten this up to take some quick trades. Stopped at the 50 cents. Did you see that? Just bam, like it hit a hot stove and just turned around. Again, going back to where the crowd trades. Now it broke it. Now it turned around before it to 65. Is it going to do it again? See that right there? It's just like, we don't want to go by that level for some reason. It haired by it there, like these. Not enough to go short yet, guys. Up here, maybe. So it rejected it by, that was an entire trade that I could have had there. That was definitely enough. I would definitely go long. I sound like Dustin Hoffman and Rain Man right now, but definitely go long right at the 39.80 level.
Coming up, Dallas Fed Services revenues and Texas Services.
It was 88. I'll take it. Okay, let's hope it doesn't burn me again. I'll take a quick trade there if I get it. 97. There we go. That was a little bit of money. That's all I'm looking for. That was a recoil. I think I got 11 or $9 to $11 somewhere in there. It wasn't much. No, it was more than that, right? Because I had it at 80. Yeah, so I got $15 or something, right? I think so. I'd like to get at least over $10 on these trades. Jesus. More than 10 cents, you know, on the move. Because it's giving me 20 to 40 cent moves on the level 2 for the... Okay, there we go. Yeah, no, we don't want to get fooled by that. No. That is not the reversal spot. So the magnet's right there. I could get just out of position if I got in there. It could sit up here and play around. So if I go short, you know. So I'm going to wait, see if it can break it. It's just stopping at that 50 cents again. Man, look at that, huh? This is perfect for us to trade. Let's see if it really settles down. I got one in. I'd rather be long bias, though, and get in down here.
And DIS.
Magnet pulled down. Target is more high than low still.
Revenue index minus 2.4 in September versus 8.6 in August. Services sector index of general business activity outlook minus 5.6 in September versus 6.8 in
Here's the
August.
65. Just about to hit that level again. Okay, here we go. So we want it up in here. Okay, here we go. Now it's starting to get me to think about going. So the high is 141.97. And if it's going up there, it's going to make a new high before it turns around.
Nvidia shares popping here on heavy
Wow,
volume
did it
now.
stop at that smooth level or what?
NVDA.
Jeez. Dead stop right there where I smoothed it. Was that enough for a trade? It was. Man.
Seeing some big call activity in Nvidia.
Nvidia's up to 185 now and going. Okay, it's tempting unless it's making its move. Tempting to go long, to go short up here. There's our high, is that green line right there. Those dashes.
Hitting a new all-time high.
Yep, Nvidia hit a new all-time high and I'm not in it and I shorted it. Had bad luck with that these last few days with Nvidia. So it's pretty much, again, it looks like it didn't want to go to its high, like it's having trouble. Much rather go long down here than short up here. So that's why I'm waiting, because I'm long biased. Pulling back here.
RR Rich Tech Robotics, a report from Capybara Research.
Quite a spread on this, 10 cent. The spread is worthy of the trade itself, you know. $141 is holding it. There it goes. Wow, the recoil back up is already enough for a good trade. I'm missing trades. Just thinking it's going to flush, so I'm holding. I mean, flush a little further anyway. Another trade there I could have had. These are adding up in my head like, oh God, just get in for like 15 bucks. There it goes. Okay. Look at that nice bear flag it's making. I mean bull flag it's making. Look at that nice bull flag. Hasn't completely confirmed that's what it's going to do, but it sure does look like it. Well, that smoothing level sure did call it out, huh? That's why I mark those things, because they just, you know, that's kind of the average flat top across that 5 minute right there. Is really respecting the 141. Remember what it did to me over here when I jumped in? It was just, I jumped in right around that because it's a buck lower than this, and it just flushed on me. So I'm just, or was that Nvidia that did that? I don't know. It's an inverted hammer there on the green. I was going to say one more hit in the 60 cent here on the bid. I was going to jump in. Just missed it. Yeah, I'm being conservative after Nvidia kind of freaked me out a bit, kind of hurt me. It weighs on your confidence slightly. I know a lot of people are following along, even though they shouldn't be, but they are. Okay, there it went. That was an $18 trade right off the bat, and it didn't pick me up. Ah, annoying. I had a nice green trade, and it just didn't pick me up. Could have gone out in market, I suppose. I'm going to leave that running for a minute because it was making big moves there, so just to see if it swales up fast and picks me up. But it's way out of position now, so here it comes. Get me just 12 cents off and 7 cents off. There it goes. So at least I got the trade, but this is really good. This is really good to trade here. So I just have to take more trades. We're heading toward 400 here. Boy, getting back up toward the high again. There's that smoothing level, the 32 level. High is this green dashed line. 141.97, which is over here in this bubble. Doesn't want to get back up there again. Apparently that's the nosebleed area. Okay, guys, I hope you're doing good up there. I'm going to keep trading for a bit longer here. I think we've made our goal, I'm pretty sure, of 150 or close to it. So I'll see if I can break 400 here. But I like continuing to trade this. If it was me, I might, I'm pretty sure this is what the RV guys are going to be trading because it's starting to get, it doesn't get highly rated because it moved already, so it had a catalyst. So that's going to be a strike against it. And the pre-market pattern is going to be a strike against it. But as it starts to consolidate in here, then it gets much more RV worthy with this kind of range and volume. So it might be, that's from Day Trading Volume 1, I'm telling you the strategy. I have a link to the book, but I'm just, most of you guys know, you're all here every day, so I won't go into a branding advertisement. Nice. I'll go for it. I got it at 40 that time. Now it has been stepping down, but I feel it's worth taking a chance, honestly. So I'm at the 40 cent. $0.07 off my position on the ask. Going further off. This is 140. If it breaks 140, I'd be slightly concerned. The even dollar would concern me. There it goes. Oh, that was not what I wanted. I wanted the $15, not the $8. 31 down there. Interesting. It's breaking down. I'm going to go for it again. I got it at 18. I'm glad I got out of that last position. I can ride this for a short-term swale up, hopefully, a retrace. I'll do just a short one. Yep, 406. So we got 406. Yeah, it could be going down. I just took small strikes and recoils because it is starting to trend down a little bit, but not on the 5 minutes. So we're just right in a zone on the 5 minute here. Right in a channel. 15-minute traders are looking at it. You can see 5, 15, and 30-minute traders are all saying we're going down now, guys. So playing long biased is good, but you know, you got to get in and out fast. No new news. Last story was 10:35, 5 minutes ago. Listed as stocks that are moving. It's still number 2. No, it's number 3 on the volume. Tesla is number 2. Hood's right up there too. Jesus. So it stalled at the 140. It went down to 139.80. Already could have got a trade there. Here we are here. That is a level, you know, that is pretty well respected there. This level here. Yeah, come on, turn around and get back up in here because this is just continuing to fade downward. It's harder to trade. Definitely don't want to go short, assuming it's going to go down, as it could just go right back up here again. Here's all your indicators, and the magnet would say it's going up. If you read the volume here, it's almost even money going up or going down. You know, stronger. It was stronger going up there, but it didn't make the top, so the seller's even less volume, but higher up. So it's really calling it even now. It broke the 147.70 up here on the ask. 140.70. So let's get it back up here again. Then I'd feel more inclined to short it. Here we go. Let's break 141. There's our 141 line. It's going to break that. Volume is going to break this, it looks like. So we're going to get a blue cyan sort of color and an alarm going off here within the next 10 to 15 seconds, I believe. Let's see. All those sellers just jumped in there. We don't want that to turn blue when it's going down. Here it's about to get an alarm here. And here it goes. Alarm. Yep, you can see it's a lot more volume on this candle. So is it because it wants to go up or down though? So that's the thing. Sellers jumped on it because you broke the 9, the 20, and the 14 all at once here. 14 is still saying the VWAP is 14 still above the VWAP's way down here. So that's going to be a while before that would turn red. There's a lot more volume on this candle, so there's going to be some interest in the next move here. And that volume was to go up. I'm going to go for that. I went for the short up there, guys. It's too close to the high. So even if it hurts me, yeah, it's going to hurt me first. I figured it would. I think there's going to be a drawdown. Risky, risky, risky. Played the short off the high. And it's burning me now. Ooh, it's warm. The fire burns. I'm burning. 42. I have to wait this out for it to sit here and torture me for a while. Break the 142, please. Oh, I hope this isn't the big move to go up again. Oh, my God. Really? Are you going to hurt me again? I only have 100 shares here, but here comes the retrace. Recoil. Recoil way back. That's a long snake strike. Watching the level too closely. Looking for a potential adding to half my share size. Depending on what it does here. This candle needs to be red for me, please. Nope. So I want to make sure I get up. If I add, I want this to be over 142. I mean, I want my new position to be over 142, or I don't even want to think about adding. There's the breakdown. Hit it for a minute, and then it looks like it's going to continue to go down. Yeah, there it goes. So I could take a lesser loss if I don't have faith. Holding into it. Holding into the bigger retracement. I almost want to call it a retracement rather than a recoil, just because of the length that it went against me there. It hit the once and I was okay, but then when it doubled down and went even further, I'm like, wait a minute, you're going too high. It's like went off the new high, way somewhere up in here, but there we go. Well, I could have got out for a nice profit briefly. I'll take it. I don't think that was much, but I wanted to get out of that position because of the new movement concerned me. Okay, so we're 417. That was a bit exciting. Woo! Let me take a quick look just to see so I know how I'm doing here. So 222. So I'm almost back up to 200 up the hard way. Let's see if we can make that a for sure. We're over the 150. So if you've been following me at all, you should bank your money. It's a great month. We're over 4,000 for the month. I know there's traders that are out there that are making $50,000 and $100,000 a day. And it is possible, but you have to be willing to lose that much a day as well. So, penny stocks are really, really scary, guys. So, I mean, most of you know what I'm talking about. But I get FOMO too, about just the excitement. I still trade that stuff. It's very exciting. I have deep pockets. I can afford to lose tens of thousands of dollars in a day. And I won't say I don't care, because I never like to lose, but I will not change my lifestyle depending on those kinds of trades where other people will go like, oh, my life's over. You still feel that way. Then you just have to look at the big picture. I was listening to, where was it? Was it on CNBC today where a guy came on like, what in the morning when it's so hard to get up if you're depressed, like what do you do to make yourself happy and face the day? And, some people have pictures of inspiring people and, some people have sayings they read or, whatever it might be that gets them. But I think the bigger way, my opinion, is just look at the bigger picture of your whole life. Like, where are you on your whole life? And just take this one little day that maybe it wasn't the best, and it won't mean much then. Hopefully, if you're able to sit here and trade, I mean, your life must be going pretty good, right? Whether you have somebody that loves you that's allowing you to do that, you have a roof over your head. I mean, I'm not going to get into an inspirational speech, but I mean, I could though, because as a teacher, I used to do it all the time. Yeah, look at the big picture and how lucky you are to be in a country like this, to have the opportunities you have, and being able to even having the right to lose this money. It's just a small little blip if you're not doing well, on those bad days. Yeah, I'm overall very optimistic about. I listen to some young people. It's like, why even bother to have kids? I'm like, are you crazy? Have you read any history about this country and other countries? It's like, we're still right up there. Some of the best times you could ever have. If everybody thought that way, there would be no kids. No. It's just, man, wow. Okay, so now I gotta really think about going long here. I mean, geez, I don't know, guys. It's interesting. That just made such a hard drop that I'm a little worried. So here's our other consolidating. We're down right down in this area on the 1 minute. Is that going to go back up? I'm waiting a second. We're in a good spot. I don't want to lose it. 141 could be the new, it seemed to hit 41 and turn around. It spiked by it, but then came right back up. MACD sent it down. See that? That MACD is just so accurate. Make sure you get that indicator, guys. So the target down's, over twice or just about twice. Not over twice. About twice its target going up. Our range is still 65 cents per candle, so that's $65 on average if you get in, that you should be prepared to have it go against you. I know we don't wait for it to make that much. If you're doing this strike and recoil, he's going back up. Bam, that would have been a good trade. I just didn't know if that was the bottom. Yeah. Can't short until you're way the heck up here now. You can't short. This was the area you used to be able to short. Right here. So you look at the 5 minute, I mean, it definitely made a higher high here, all the way over here. Didn't it? First it faded off, and then it made the higher high. So it is still going up for the day on the big picture. So be careful of that, watching the micro data. You can see it's at 15 minutes. Just there's pullbacks, but it's still going up. And this will make you think, oh, it's going down, but it is still going up. So keep that in mind. So the 141 might be a good spot. You might be a winner. Wow, now I'm really getting tempted here. One more spike down there, guys. I think I'll go high on the recoil. Go long on the recoil if it spikes me down in the 60 cents area again. This is 65 down here, so we already would have had a trade. Okay, I'm going to go for it. I know it's still going down, but wow, really? It didn't pick up all my shares? Just going to get out. Let's just try again at 54. Damn, get me. That was a good trade. Wow, that was a slippage, huh? That was a big slippage. Well, definitely over $200 now for the day. What time do we have? So I've got a few more minutes to trade. So yeah, it was weird how it just barely picked up the trades there. So I was looking down, like our volumes dropped quite a bit. And that's when you don't get picked up, that's a sign. Look at your volume right away and say, hey, what's the volume compared to what it was doing? You can see here on the Scalp Pro, it's like definitely fading on us here. So that kind of makes you have to read the data differently when you're losing. It's been stair-stepping down, so all the moves are a little weaker. And it is the time of day because the RV strategy ends at around 11 at the latest traders that trade it. And a lot of people have just jumped out of trading this for the RV strategy. Now, I start a new session between 11 and 11:30 that I do regularly. I got a little hiccup there when somebody had some problems and decided they wanted to blame me. And yeah, more legal issues. No matter what I seem to do, I get legal issues. It's exhausting. Not the normal group, right? It's when new people come in, and you bend the rules a little bit, and then that's no good deed, right? Goes unpunished. I hate that phrase, honestly, but it does seem to be true a lot of the times, and I just now kind of coming out from under it after last week, the week before, about it just you just wonder why you even go live or go trade with groups. Sometimes you just wonder why you even bother. Just like, instead, just, have a small group of friends. And I'm not sure I could not talk out loud and call trades. I think I'm so conditioned to it that, right or wrong, I just, somebody close to me asked me recently, like, when you trade alone, are you calling the trades? And I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Who am I talking to? Okay, guys, here's what we're going to do. Just been doing it for so many years. It's like, I don't know if I can not trade. I'm worried. I'm watching this, and I'm just worried about going long here because it's not confirming that we're going to go up here. It's still pounding down. See, I went all the way down to 140.50 there. Damn, that would be a spot to get in, right? See, but you look down here, and we're all the way down to 140 right here on this tap. I mean, this would be a spot I'd try it for sure. The breakdown's a little strong here. So it's scaring me. It's about to have some big recovery here. So we didn't break down. Yeah, I was just looking now like, oh, wow. It didn't break the last high over there on that last bundle there, and I should have got in right as it was. It did just break it. This does seem to be a level that might be worthy. So let's see if we get another opportunity here to go long. Missed it, huh? I was just zooming in on this thinking like you should take that level, the 65 level, because this is where it would stop to go back and break high again. So, if it kept to its pattern, that this is going to break this now up here. That would make it consistent with the pattern it's been doing. So you could still say get in long here. It's just, it got weaker and weaker as it went down, then hit a hammer sort of here. Where's that historical data level from? Oh, no, that's just right here. Yeah, because I marked that where it made its high before it dropped and broke it. Okay, well, if it gives me another opportunity, I'm probably going to do it. It is making a nice tweezer move there, going down, so that calls to question. If it followed the tweezer move, it would go the entire length of this left candle if this closes on a tweezer move down here. So that's the only thing that would cause me pause to get in, to jump in, wait for the bigger dip off the tweezer. You have 18 seconds for that to close on a tweezer move. Let's see where this closes before we try to jump in here. Nope, it's going up. Stayed at the 41. It's going to close there. So it's not a tweezer move. Yeah. Nope, that would have been a good spot to get in. Wait for the dip again. We're staying at the 141. It's holding it. I want to see it down here again. I'd like to see it down this between these two. It's not going to do it. It's going to make that higher high again. Seems like it's on the way up. You could call that. It's not a bull flag on the 5 minute because it broke half the pole. So it's not a bull flag. That would be a for sure get in. For me, because that's 80% accurate. So I would take that shot. But the time is now up to where I was going to stop. We are over $200 for the day when you count the losses with the wins. So it's a good day for the calendar. So I don't know if I really want to mess around with it. I recently joined Planet Fitness, which I can go in all their worldwide locations. I got what they call the black card. So sometimes I've been inhibited by weather. Either it would be just too humid, or when I want to do outside. Besides, I have a multiple residences, and I always have a workout room built in. But a lot of times, if you're traveling, particularly, you can't, you don't get your facilities. So it's so cheap, in my mind, $25 a month, so cheap to get their black card or whatever. And so I went ahead and did that. And now I'm going to try to fit that into my daily schedule here. So I get used to going there. So that's more time I don't have, is what I was really saying as I looked at the clock. It's like I have another, at least one, maybe two more trading sessions. Am I going to do a video? Not enough hours in the day. See, it's going to make the higher high, guys. I knew it. I just didn't take the long trade. Still tempted to go in now. I guess I'll look for a dip and take another trade here. See if we get a dip here. It's not going to dip. Could just get in it. Any kind of a dip. See, the volume went up as it's going up. Oh, it's just screaming to go long. I'm such a dip trader or a short trader that I just hate chasing stuff. It seems to go wrong for me so often. But up here, I would think to go short. See, there's a dip. All right, I'll go for it. It's going to pick me up. Now, did I want it to pick me up? So now you got to wait for this to continue. It's going to go up. It's making a tweezer move now, but it's about to continue its move. So we're going to wait. So I've got it at 52. I think I'm safe to say that it'll break the 42 in a minute. So we'll look to see it break the 42 up there. It's at 73. That's already a great trade. I'll just take that, take the money. Yeah. So 463. And I do think that I can take another dip here if it goes down. Yeah, I will. I'll try it again. So I got it at 54, looking for it to pound back up again. Remember what I said? It's going to pound back up again. Are you listening, Mr. Market? How about, because I called you Mr., did that bother you? I mean, I don't know if you're a Mr. Market. Do not do this. Do not break down. You were on your way up. I'm going to file a complaint that it's not doing as I say. This is still the same 5-minute candle. We're gonna ride this out here. So the volume is not really going very high with the sellers, so we're going to give this a chance here. Stopped at the 141 sharp. Think it hurt itself. Now it wants to go right back up here and say, listen to the professor. The professor said go up here. Yeah. Professor says go up above the magnet. That's your 50% range right there. Charlie, she's definitely made her money. She didn't do the Nvidia trade, so she is happy today. There's over 400 over there, so that's good. And we don't want to lose it now. So here we go. Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on. I'm actually thinking of adding as it goes up, if it gives me the strength to go up strong. No, it didn't. It broke down again. Kind of a momentum strategy. If I see this volume increase, so right now it's going to be lower, so that's not good. So let's see, 2 seconds that closes. So that's a doji there, which is a good sign. Hopefully that this becomes a rickshaw, a bullish rickshaw, and not a bearish rickshaw. That's a bearish rickshaw. Yeah, so that tweezer move played out, huh? It played out, the tweezer move right now, so we don't like to see that. It's coming back. The volume's higher going up. Wow. I didn't see that happening. Kind of like, oh man, should I? No, we'll just keep it here. Let's just try to get another small trade here. Let's see. Volume is picking up. Mostly on an upward move. There's a battle. Oh, the shorts took over right there. And Sink or Swim just froze on me again. Man, that is so annoying. Really likes that level, huh? Right below my price. Yeah, I will add at 141. Honestly, guys, I do not think it's going to break down here. I just do not think it is. And I will also get out for $10 or $15 if it goes up. I won't wait for it because it's been punishing me here. Remember, take your money and go home. If you've made your money, don't keep following what I'm doing. There goes a big strike down. I'm going to go for it. Tried to get in, canceling. Not over 200 anymore on a profit. This could either be a really bad trade or a really good trade. Trying again. So now I'm at 4104. That gives me an opportunity to get out on a swale up or wait for a bigger profit. So I'm going to determine that by watching the price action. Volume dropped on this move, which is a downward move, so that's good that the volume's dropping on the downward move. Oh, no, it's right even. It's really close to the same volume. Indecision here. Interesting, this didn't make it, although this candle's still forming, but it didn't continue to make the higher. Like I saw it dipped a little bit before it did it. But I think it will do it, but I think that's why I need to hold this a little bit longer. Getting tired now, guys. I wish I was trading a couple thousand. This easily could handle a couple thousand shares. It'd be great. Here we go. So I'm right at the 141 level. So if it just breaches that, I have a profit. But no, it wants to hurt me more. The bigger picture could go to 39.80, which would be painful at this point. I would probably add to it because that's the kind of trader I am, and look for the move to continue up. S&P flat. So that story that came out at 1106 was not a good story. It's making me look at this differently. We don't want to break that 65 level. We don't want to break this level here very strong, so that's kind of scary. to hold this much longer into that. I'd rather take the hit. Yeah, I'm getting worried about holding that. So that actually broke it, man. It's in the middle now. Chances of a recovery after that are far less. All right, so now I got to make a decision whether I want to play the long on this or an average in or just get out. So that's a pretty big hit right there, that trade, 140. I could have left well enough alone, but what did I do? Charlie, I know you got your money, Charlie, so everybody should have had their money and walked away, so that makes it okay. Now I'm thinking that I probably would do the thing that the professor does and go for a bigger move here. Let's see here. I'm about a little over even money right now with Nvidia hitting me 39. That would take me down to thinking about going in 400 shares, guys. That's what I'm thinking about doing. I don't like the news, so now I'm definitely thinking about going in 400 shares. So, see, that fib is 39.80. I'm not as worried about the loss. So hopefully you guys banked your money. I'm going to go for it here. Like to see it on that fib. Doing the math. Yeah, I'm going to take it there. So I've got 400 shares now. So I'm at 140.33. So we're looking for a reversal sometime soon, at least at this point. Yeah, so I could go theoretically 800 shares on the PDT with this stock. So we're back to the hit that I was before I added. See if we can get a nice profit up here. So definitely, I'm trading far riskier. I mean, you're getting nearer to the share size that I normally trade. So when I do this, it's not like, for me, it's not a panic, and it's a better way to make thousands of dollars a day rather than just $100, $200 a day. So we're waiting for a bigger move up. We'll take that. So that's 489. So now if I would normally hold this and, wait for it to get back up here because I think it's going to, but I'm actually going to go now so I can trade on larger share size. So thanks for being with me. I hope you did okay. We did good, right? So we did over 200 and like 250, I guess, for the day, right? So hopefully everybody's doing good. And I feel like it's a Friday, but it's not a Friday. Okay. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. I'm not sure I'll get a recap out, but I'll try. You guys have a good day. Go green.